Das folgende Video wird präsentiert von firma.de, dein Partner Nummer 1 für erfolgreiche Firmengründungen. Auf dem firma.de Marktplatz bekommst du für deine Firma alles aus einer Hand. Hier kannst du dein Gründungspaket und weitere Bausteine wie Buchhaltung einfach online buchen und schnell durchstarten. Welcome to Venture TV. Welcome, Jon Soberg. Jon, you are quite experienced with investing in German startups. You are an American investor. You worked for Blumberg Capital, and you have invested in a number of German startups, including Kreditech, Urbanara, and which else?
A couple others, Paymill, Wummelkiste, Advertise. There's been a few.
Okay,
yep.
All right. So this guy knows about investing in Germany. And that's quite rare because American investors don't really tend to invest in Europe and in Germany. Why is that the case? Why are you a bit shy to invest your money in Germany?
Well, I'm not shy to invest in Germany,
right,
but
yeah,
there's a lot of...
just to let you know, he just founded his own fund. He left Bloomberg, and now it's Expansive Ventures that you're doing. You are an entrepreneur yourself,
yes,
and just founded it. How old is it?
It is 2 months old, so it's brand new.
Cool, cool. And as he said, you are investing in Germany and in Europe.
We are investing. We're actually going to be very unique. We do early stage investing, and about 2/3 of our investments will be outside of the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Which is not something you hear from a Silicon Valley VC very often, but we're going to be a little different.
Why are all your colleagues staying out of the European market?
I think, you know, there's so much activity in Silicon Valley. There's so much opportunity in Silicon Valley that it's almost like having too much wealth. That there's not a need necessarily in a lot of people's opinions to go someplace else. Mm-hmm. And so if you're interested in doing that, you can, but a lot of people just don't find that it's worth their time or whatever to make that effort.
Because if to fly over, and yeah, it's a bit of a hassle.
Yes. And I think especially early stage,
yeah,
it's even harder because typically the funds are a little bit smaller. It's more work, and so I think you don't see very many early stage people that are, you know, global.
The European laws are kind of a problem. They are not familiar with the European laws and stuff, but they are missing out because the valuation in Europe is probably a lot better than the valuation of American startups, right?
That is true, although I think that people do the math on trying to figure out what the exit's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if you project an American valuation on the exit and a European valuation on the entry point, then you're going to get an amazing return. Some people don't believe that that's actually going to be the case yet. We'll see. I actually think that that will be the case in some scenarios. So I think that there is a little bit of an arbitrage opportunity there potentially.
All right. Yeah. Why did you decide to go to Europe?
You know, our core belief is that great entrepreneurs start anywhere and that they often end up in Silicon Valley. But if you're willing to put in the work and if you're willing to put in the time, you can find them in multiple different places around the world. And I think we're seeing that. We're seeing that in Berlin. We're seeing that we're seeing it in London. You see it in Tel Aviv. You see it in even a lot of cities around the U.S. And there's multiple places around the world where we're seeing hubs. And then beyond that, there's entrepreneurs that are starting from everywhere. So I think that if you're willing to do this and, you know, like I said, really put in the time, there's some great entrepreneurs to be found early.
Should European, German entrepreneurs come over to Silicon Valley, or is it okay to stay in Germany?
You know, I think it depends on the business. I don't have a strong feeling one way or another. If your market is in Germany, then stay in Germany. I think if you're going to go global, then there's a real strong case to be made for coming to Silicon Valley. When we invest, we don't necessarily have a view that you have to do one or the other, but we're able to help in either scenario. So, you know, I think that's what we're trying to do from a value add perspective.
Talking about your colleagues, what do you think as a prediction? Will there be more investments in Europe and in Germany in the future, in the next few months or years? Not really. Will it stay the same low level as it is right now?
I think that the question actually should be, will there be big exits in Germany?
Okay.
And if there's big exits in Germany, then there will be more money flowing into Germany.
Because it's seen as an more attractive market than it is now. And
I think it's, you know, think about it this way. If you believe that you have to be there or else you're going to miss out on opportunities, then you will be there. If you don't think you have to be there, then there's not necessarily the impetus to go.
Yeah, pretty right. For the guys who want to contact you, how can they contact you? And where do they have to send their business plans and stuff?
Best way to contact me is my email. Jon at Expansive, EXPANSIVE.VC. I do tend to recommend for people, if you can get an intro to me, it helps because it actually shows that the entrepreneurs can figure out how to do that. Cold emails are not nearly as strong as if you get a warm intro from somebody that knows you and knows me.
Wise words to finish the interview. Thanks for being here, and well, probably we'll say hi in Germany in a few months when you'll be over there. And
I'll be over there next month. So
thanks for being here.
All right, thank you.